It's the 8th event on the 2024 LET calendar and the finale of this year's Sunshine Ladies Tour season. We are here in the Western Cape at one of the top 3 ranked golf courses in the province, Erinvale Golf Estate, situated in the heart of the Helderberg. Well, after 3 rounds of the SA Women's Open, we head into the final day with the contenders vying for their share of €320,000. There are 7 nationalities in the top 10, including 3 players from England, as well as 2 African nations being represented as they try to keep this trophy on the continent. The golf on display has been quite exceptional, given the challenging conditions, with gusting winds a prominent visitor, but ideal playing conditions finally arriving yesterday afternoon, making for a golfing exhibition. The Gary Player-designed Erinvale Golf Course was opened in 1995 and has since established its position amongst the top golfing experiences in South Africa. This is the final round of the 2024 Investec SA Women's Open. Well, it is another fine day here in Cape Town. Joining me in commentary, Alan Michelle Dale Hayes and 2009 SA Women's Open champion Tandy McCullum. Al, it looks like the heavens are smiling down on us once again today.
Fantastic day here in Cape Town. I'm not sure about that 20k wind. It is forecast, but it's not here at the moment.
Well, let's hope that it stays away and that the ladies can bring us their very best during this final round. The championship being staged at the picturesque Erinvale Country and Golf Estate for the very first time. Prize money of just over R6.5 million. Our defending champion Ashley Buhai not making the trip out to South Africa. And this establishment been opened in 1995. Well, Belgium's Manon Roey taking a 3-stroke lead into the final round. She signed for a 66 yesterday as she climbed to 14 under par. Her nearest challenger is Morocco's Ines Laklalech, whose 65 carried her to 11 under par. South Africa's Nicole Garcia surged through the field with an impressive 8 under par 64.
Manon, a wonderful day of golf out there. It was quite intense and quite competitive though, and quite close on the leaderboard at times.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the leaderboard on 13 and I saw people were moving up. So I just stayed patient all day out there. I just tried to create a lot of chances for myself. I knew I had to make a lot of birdies here. I just had a little bit of hiccup on 17, but besides that, it was it was quite solid all day.
That stretch on the back 9, I think it was 5 birdies in 6 holes there. That was a very dominant stretch for you.
Yeah, I mean, a bit surprised. I mean, I hit it quite close, but I feel like the putt I looked at, kind of like I saw the line straight away, so I felt good about the putt, and yeah, it went in most of the time, so that was good.
And no problem adjusting to the changing conditions out there, because you had a little bit of everything today.
Yeah, it wasn't that windy when I thought it was going to be more windy. I think I prefer the wind a little bit more because then I can shape it a bit more. Now I kind of had to hit it straight, so that was a bit of a change. But I mean, still, I just pick my targets, pick my lines, and try to commit to every shot I do. So yeah.
It's been a wonderful season for you so far. You've got a 3-stroke lead going into the final round of the Investec SA Women's Open. You must be looking forward to that challenge.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. I mean, I've been playing quite solid all year, so I had a few top 10s in there as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing the last few days and, yeah, just make some putts and see what happens.
What a display it has been from Manon Roey, currently sitting in 8th position in that LET Order of Merit. We do have plenty of stars in action. 3 of the top 5 in this year's Order of Merit. England's Bronte Law at 2 under, Switzerland's Chiara Tamburlini at 1 over, and Singapore's Shannon way off the pace, unfortunately, as we just take a look at the Order of Merit from a South African point of view. Nicole Garcia sitting in 27th position there on 169 points. Cassandra Alexander also making the cut through to be in action here on the final day, and they'll be looking for a strong finish to this particular leg of the season. The Investec Order of Merit for players here on the Sunshine Ladies Tour, and it is Kylie Henry still leading the way. It's unlikely that anyone will catch her. Cara Gourlay, Gabrielle Venter, Tavisa Malik and Helen Kreutzer not making the cut, and the top South African in that Order of Merit will drive a Renault for a year as an added bonus. Back to the golf then, and the final round is underway. As we take a look back at some of the action from a little earlier. We start here at the 13th, and it's India's Diksha Degar. This with a chip onto the green. +1 at that point, and she would go on to make 2 further birdies.
This is Emma Greshy's third shot into the par 5 13th hole. Slightly up the hill. Beautifully executed, setting up her birdie.
Our leader, Manon Roey, second into the opening hole. This will settle her nerves. She finds the middle of the green. She left a little bit short, but managed to knock her par putt in.
Third hole is a par 5. Ines Laklalech. This little pit shot to the pin, which is at the back of the green. And that is very special. She would birdie that hole. She dropped the shot at the first and unfortunately hit it out of bounds at the fourth.
Well, we stay at the third now, and this our leader, De Roy, out of the bunker, and really making a steady start to her final round as she reeled off 3 pars in a row.
Ines Laklalech just cleaning up her birdie on the third hole. Bouncing back from the early bogey.
Shannon Tan from Singapore. Not her best day, but this was her third to the 13th. Perfect distance control.
Laklalech at the 4th hole. She pulled that to the left. Oh dear. Bouncing off the cart path and going out of bounds. And unfortunately she would drop a couple of shots there.
We're back to the 5th now, and it is Pettersson now for par. She opened today with a bogey at the first. Birdie at the 4th though.
That's going to feel like a very soft drop for Lisa Pettersson, especially this early on in proceedings of the final round. You're wanting to put pressure on that leader and unfortunately not squander shots from the front edge. Nonetheless, she'll clean up for her bogey, move on to the next hole and try and make some birdies in the rest of the back 9.
6 is not the easiest par 4 where she's heading to though. That pin is on the front.
Well, we did see Ines Laklalech as the closest challenger to Amanda De Roy at the start of today's play, but she is 2 over through those 5 holes, and it is now Momoka Kobori who has moved up to 11 under, 2 under through 5, and that's after birdies at the 2nd and 3rd holes. So we continue our look down that leaderboard. We've seen some good work already. We've got Emily Pentila in 20th position. She is 3 under so far today, 4 under so far for Emma Greshy, and that's through 9 holes. Well, earlier today we witnessed a very rare occurrence indeed. This was at the par 5 16th. Emma Greshy of France, and she produced some magic. Now there is a Renault car up for grabs here, and Yes, it did go into the hole. So Emma Grashish then winning herself a Renault, but being an overseas player, she will get the cash equivalent of that. But absolutely stunning. I mean, what are the odds of that?
The odds are very high, no question about that. It's the rarest of anything you can do in golf. A hole-in-one is you have a lot more hole-in-ones than you have albatrosses. I mean, going through here, 3 of us professional golfers, how many have you had?
Albatrosses?
Yeah.
One.
One? None? And I've had 3. So 4 between us. We've only had 4 ever. We've had 3 times more hole-in-ones.
Well, apparently the odds are at 6 million to 1. And just to put that into perspective, the chances of getting struck by lightning, 1 in 1.2 million. So that was really something very rare indeed. And that is some beautiful work there.
Annabelle Fuller. Let's see if she can get the distance right here. And she can. Spectacular.
Yeah, she would have been disappointed yesterday with her round of 4 over. She's been playing so well throughout the course of the week.
Katja Pogacar playing her second shot from the left-hand greenside bunker on the 12th, par 3. Good recovery.
Our leader, Manon de Roey. Let's see what she can do here. Straight into the wind. Pitch it past the flag and spin it back a little bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Beautifully played.
Cassandra Alexander playing her tee shot. Par 3 up the hill, 12th hole. Can she win herself 1 million rand? Compliments of Investec today. Oh, she nearly does.
Wow, that was a little unlucky. Rosie Davis started the day with a triple bogey, hit it out of bounds on the first hole. She has made 3 birdies since to get back where she started the day. I think that ball is just moving a little. Quite an exposed part of the course, sort of all the way down 16, 17, goes straight in line with 8 and 7.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the challenging portions of the course with the wind blowing the way it is. And she's already on a bit of a side slope. So without the wind, she's looking at probably just outside left, half a ball outside. With the wind pushing the ball even more from the left, it's all about trying to gauge how much you think the wind is going to influence it. And then waiting for that lull. So hopefully try and make sure that when you do hit the putt, you've got the line just right. You can just see that sudden gust as she took the putter back.
Such a difficult putt because you've got to make sure that you give it some pace. If you don't give it enough pace, I mean, it does exactly what that putt did there. Just turns right across the hole.
Yeah, and then you give it some pace and it goes 3 foot past.
Exactly.
Wind off your back. Laklalech. Wow. Tough start to her day.
Disappointing there for Laklalech. Getting that bogey at the 7th. Already had a double bogey at the 4th.
Manon de Roey for her birdie to go to 15 under and increase her lead to 4. Beautiful. She certainly makes the putts at the right time, doesn't she?
As we look at Czech Republic's Kristina Napolieva playing her second shot into the 10th hole, par 4, up the hill. She's gauged that bounce beautifully, gusting from behind her. It's an excellent approach shot.
Well, Manon de Roey is still out in front, and she leads the way at 15 under, 1 under through 7 today. That's a 4-shot advantage over Momoko Kobori. As we join Napolieva now.
She got off to a terrific start with a par eagle start. Unfortunately dropped a couple coming in, but it's just birdied the 10th now to get to level par for the day. Out the bunker for our leader at the par 3-8. She's played some terrific bunker shots. Maybe not one of her best, but it's certainly not bad at all.
At Lisa Pettersson. Her ball is inbounds, but you see she is playing back down that 8th hole, obviously right up against that fence. Trying to get it far enough down where those tree line will not be in her way, so she can have some kind of angle to try and get on the green for 3. Bronte Law making headways today up that leaderboard. 2 under for her round today.
Right, can Lisa Pettersson save a bogey? Waiting for the wind to blow it. And it's just gusting a little bit past. A little bit of work there left to save a double bogey 5.
Manon Roey now, this for par. She hasn't dropped a shot all day.
Brilliant effort. I mean, she judged that perfectly. Look at that. Just maybe an inch or so too hard.
I agree, Dale. Her putting's been really impressive this week, and I think in these blustery conditions, it's so important to take the pressure off. And even those long-range putts, she's never really left herself much work. We saw her having to make a little over 5 feet for her par on the first hole, but the rest of the tournament been very stress-free with the putter in hand.
Well, she's dropped a shot, but Kabori now needs to hold this putt to save from dropping a shot on the 9th. To stay 3 behind, that's got to go in.
Just the 2 birdies and the 1 drop shot for Momoko Kabori. And she's now at the moment 4 shots behind the leader, Manon Roey. As we said earlier, quite a difficult putt this. It's just outside left normally. Got to anticipate a bit of the wind pushing it as well. Got to try and time when you set up to gauge when that gust is going to blow. This is one thing that makes this course quite difficult, Alan, compared to some other courses in Cape Town, possibly like a Royal Cape, where the wind just blows consistently at 20 k's an hour. It doesn't really gust, whereas here it's up and down all the time.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Tandy, the northwester is normally the gusty wind, but this week we saw the southeaster blow the whole week, and it was also gusting, swirling in these mountains. And that is a tough part. You just don't know when that's going to happen. Because we go down to Hannah's screen here on the 13th.
Oh, that's excellent work by screen. Cassandra Alexander. Currently tied for 18th position on that leaderboard. She's really made some good progress.
Leanne, she also has an outside chance of winning the Investec Order of Merit. But would have to have a very strong finish and finish. So the tie for 7th or better.
Well, it is Manon Roey still leading the charge at 14 under. She's level par today through 8 holes, a birdie and a bogey in her round so far. Kabori of New Zealand at 10 under, with Gabriella Cowley at 9 under. And one just has to feel that something spectacular has to happen for Manon Roey not to lift this trophy in a few hours' time. And there's a look at that Investec Order of Merit. It is Kylie Henry leading the way. She won the first event of the season, and she has not been dislodged from that top position since. A very strong season that she's had here on the Sunshine Ladies Tour.
Jana Melchova playing second shot out of the left-hand side green bunker. Interesting little chip. Not quite your standard bunker play. Dorothea Vorbrecht, second shot to the 15th, par 4 down the hill. That's an excellent result in a very difficult pin placing today. See how well short she landed that, bouncing it up.
Manon Roey, her second shot. Wind is also from left to right. So really, you've got to, if you're a straight hitter, you've got to start it out over that penalty area and let the wind bring it back, which she has done beautifully. Look at that. Class.
Lisa Pettersson decided to pitch out, and she hasn't quite got back to the fairway.
Oh, she must be wondering what she's done wrong to be handed this punishment. First at the 8th and now at the 9th. Two tough holes for her, and really doing some serious damage to her scorecard.
Leanne, the one thing about golf, when you're down, it gives you a kick just for fun. She's actually got quite a nice angle from there, because she's playing a little bit into the wind. The wind is also still from her left a little, but it's a bit into the wind. And she definitely doesn't want to hit this past the flag, though.
And her lie looks okay, so she missed some of the thicker stuff, so she'll be able to get some kind of control on that ball.
Well, Lisa Pettersson pushed her tee shot way right. She was able to just pitch out to here. She's left with the 50 to the front edge, and she'll have to start at probably the left-hand side where the brook runs along the left-hand side of the green. The wind drawing hard from left to right. And just say that Manon Roey has hit a fabulous shot into this green. And for Lisa Pettersson, she needs to produce the goods here and just turn her around. And it starts with one good swing here.
And that's exactly it, hey Dale. It just takes one good swing to turn things around, and the same way that it takes one bad swing to, unfortunately, oh dear. And she has compounded the mistake. She's missed it left, and I'm pretty confident that has bounced into that red penalty area.
As we join Headwall now, this for birdie at 15. Oh,
She rammed that one in. Nice confident putt up the hill into the wind. It's not leaving that short.
Good thing she left that flag in.
Oh, this is an atrocious chip shot, as Alan's mentioned, having to hit back over the brook, which guards the front of this wonderful hole. It's just checking her surroundings. She's got a very narrow and small landing area, and with the wind so strong off her left-hand side, feeding from left to right, it's going to make the ball travel even that much further. So her landing target becomes even smaller. So to give it air, she'll probably have to just try and land it either on the fringe or just onto the green. And with the shot she has, just a short one, she'll have to give it a bit of air.
And left of it. Exactly.
So out with the long ledge.
Alan hard to stop it downwind though.
No, it's impossible. She can, only best thing she can do is try pitching into the fringe, which then she's got to flirt with that penalty area, so anything 10, 15 foot past this hole is probably a great shot from here. It's just so hard to watch somebody's tournament just really fall to pieces in just a few holes. But that is unbelievable.
That took courage. You know, when you're playing your fifth shot, to only just pitch it a few feet over the water takes a lot of courage. Beautiful.
Also played a lot lower than what I was expecting. I was expecting the fully open club face, playing a little cut flop, trying to fly it high, landed on the green. Went for the sort of low spinner, landing it on the seam, letting it just release on up. Just goes to show there's many ways to play a shot.
But our leader, Manon Roey, loves the wind, and she's just showing why. She birdied 7 into the wind, did bogey 8, and just a really great shot into a really treacherous pin location, really, on 9.
She's aiming this way out to the right as well, and it's going to be fast.
well, she can do no wrong. Our leader is now out at 15 under. That's a 5-shot advantage. A superb birdie putt there at 9.
Now to save par, Ines Laklalech, putting slightly uphill, moving a little from the right-hand side. Needed a bit more pace. It's going to feel like a very frustrating bogey 5. After hitting a second shot pin high right, not quite up and downing.
Seeing this Pat Todd turns hard right to left. Need to be fairly firm. And that really is a fantastic double bogey, but a really hard finish to her 9.
For her par at the 10th, Rosie Davis. Stay at 7 under. Oopsie. Looked like she picked that putter up on the outside. Just cut across it. That's why it went to the left, I think.
Kim Matro. Tar putt, unfortunately for Kim. Had a bit of trouble coming down the hill.
As we look at Gabriella Cowley playing her second shot into the 11th. As Gabrielle is putting together a very solid round. 2 birdies and the 1 bogey today. It's good golf in these difficult conditions, and that looking very much like another birdie.
Nicole Garcia at the 12th for a birdie 2. Oh, this would be a bonus. This would be a bonus. Oh,
Well, she didn't win the £1,000,000, but she might still win 200,000 if she wins the Investec Order of Merit. Having a bit of a tussle with this lady and Kyla Henry and Leanne Pace. They all can still do something. But that's another birdie. Gabriella Cowley moves into a tie for second place.
right. Kabori. These are big putts. She's just putting so much pressure on herself, leaving her this distance. They're 2 in a row now. Oh, that's... Oops, that hurts. She drops down into 3rd place now.
Could always just make it 2 on 16. That'll shake things up.
Absolutely.
Well, remember yesterday we had that 4-shot swing near the top of the leaderboard when we had Kabori getting that triple bogey. At the same time, Roey got a birdie. And not quite doing enough there for Laklalech.
Just letting things slide a bit. Dropped 3 shots in the last 4 holes.
Moosman. Downhill here at the 14th. That helps.
Certainly does. That moves her to 3 under.
And all the way up into 12th position. The whole group of other players.
Hannah Burke.
Laklalech. Second shot to the short par 4 11th. Oh dear.
Must
I'm
be
not
looking
sure if
really
any-
good from there, though, from her angle. Just
I'm not sure we've seen anybody past the flag.
nobody, Dale. I think Gabriella Cowley was the only one who got a pin high. Made the birdie, but unfortunately she's giving one back here at the 12th.
Three birdies and 2 bogeys for her day so far from Gabriella Cowley.
Manon Roey just wants to keep this left of the flag. She doesn't need to be too aggressive, so I'm sure you'll see her come up a little short. Oh no, stop, 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 stop. Stop. Oh, that is her horrible luck.
And this is a fabulous effort, drawing on her experience.
Roey didn't quite get the control on a wedge shot like she wanted to. Often when you're going back into the wind and you're at the end of that range of a full gap wedge or sandwich, it spins a lot.
But she has a 6-shot lead.
Kim Matraw now to clean up for her par on the 13th hole. A little bit of trouble. Found the right-hand rough. Oh, and that's going to feel like a big loss on the field, bogeying a par 5, especially at this stage of proceedings. She'll tap in for her bogey 6.
Well, Kim made the most consecutive cuts on the LET last year, 14 in a row.
Gabriella Cowley playing her 5th shot now on the par 5. In a spot of bother. Needs desperately to try and scramble a bogey. She's still going to have a bit of work there to secure herself a 6.
Oh, this could be another turning point in this Investec South African Women's Open.
Here's a look at how things stand at the moment. Manon Roey, 1 under for her day. Currently a 6-shot lead over Gabriella Cowley. Just casting back to last week, watching Chiara Tamburlini at one stage having a 10-shot lead. Ended up winning by 7 in the end. We need someone a little lower down to make a charge. But at this stage, Manon Roey well and truly in control. Now Cowley to save a single bogey on the par 5.
Well, she converts that, but drops down to 8 under, and just giving De Roey a little bit of breathing space, a little more breathing space. But Kabori is still at 9 under, so she's alone in second position.
And that's a great eagle by Jana Melechova on the 16th hole. We saw an albatross there earlier today. That's a great shot by Lisa Pettersson. But my least favorite hole was the 17th. I did unfortunately make a few drops there as we look at the albatross from earlier on this morning by Emma Grishish. Just short, trickling up onto the green. Perfect line, perfect pace, and in it goes.
I've just had a SMS from a great friend of ours in England, Julian Tutt, who used to commentate for the European Tour tournaments. Julian asked if a hole-in-one on a par 4 is an albatross or a hole-in-one. What would you call it? And I was telling him that Andre Jabir, the great rugby player, has had 2 hole-in-ones on par 4s. This would be a nice one to hole for Laklalech. Oh, beauty. Lovely putt. She gets back up to 7 under, back into 4th place on her own.
Massive putt for Nicole Garcia, this to get to 7 under and closer to that chance of winning the Investec Order of Merit. What a great birdie out the fairway bunker. Have a look at this right-hand bunker under the lip, for probably 110 meters away.
Fantastic shot, isn't it?
Wow.
As we look at Hannah Berg make it her birdie. 16th hole, par 5 down the hill.
She moves into a tie for 4th position, which all these little permutations are working out. Will be quite interesting how Nicole Garcia and Gabriella Cowley fight out for that Sunshine Ladies Tour Investec Order of Merit.
Well, there's just a shot in it at the moment, and we've got Cowley currently in that top position. Nicole Garcia currently 5th, so she would need to at least reel in Gabriella and possibly go past her as well.
Kim Matru. Similar shot, but coming off the uphill. Have a little more run in it. Needs to settle down. Not too bad. Dale, even though that Manon Roey has a 6-shot lead, if the wind was blowing the other way and 17 was into the wind, I'd say, you know, this is one golf course you don't want to have that hole, but
Absolutely.
it's playing downwind today off the right, so I think she'll be just fine.
I agree with you.
She has been pretty clinical in everything she's done. Hardly put a shot out of place.
No, she's played smart golf. I mean, here, leaving herself a longer shot, she could put a bit more spin on the ball. You know, she might be able to stop it within 15, 20 feet of the hole. Right, sand wedge. Wants to put its maximum spin on it, straight downwind. Wants to pitch it on the front of the green, and hopefully it'll stop within 15 or 20 feet. Oh, that's good. Excellent shot.
That 18th hole is quite difficult today, Dale, so things can still happen there. Pettersson. Oh, that's unlucky, but not too bad. And couldn't pitch it on the green. It would have gone 20, 25 feet past the flag.
She really looks like she's had fun at this Investec South African Open, Women's South African Open. She's had a smile on her face most of the time, even when things have gone wrong.
It's true, so important to keep.
Kabori with her third shot at the par 5. Yo, so close. That would have been interesting. A little eagle there.
Let's have a look at Nicole Garcia. She's managed to safely navigate the tee shot on the 17th, having just trundled into the left-hand first cut. Got a wedge in hand. Flag today, just 4 from the left, 19 paces on. There is a bit of space front and back. Does still feed from the front to the back of the screen. Probably looking to land it at least 4 or 5 paces short, let it release on up, especially coming from the rough.
She needed something special, and she's produced it. That is fabulous. Great chance for her to birdie this difficult par 4 17th.
Great try there from Gabriella Kali for eagle. It's a certain birdie, which would bring it back to 9 under, which will be a tie for the lead with Momoka Kabori. Second place, should I say, not lead. Talking so much about the second and third places with the Sunshine Ladies to Investec Order of Merit.
Kabori's missed her eagle attempt, and she has this now for a birdie. Kabori for her birdie. So she moves to 10 under, 5 shots behind the leader. So this is for her birdie. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Yes. Oh, there was a big putt for Nicole Garcia. That moves up into 4th place on her own, exactly where she needs to be to have any chance to win the Order of merit.
As we locate Eleanor Givens for her birdie putt on the 17th. Nicely holed. Good hole to make a birdie on, especially at this stage of proceedings.
Hopefully her final putt, Hannah Burke, on the 18th green. Oh dear.
Tell me about it. Yes,
Kylie's second shot to the 17th. Good shot, excellent.
Kim Matru was going along nicely and had a bit of a stumble here at the end. 4 bogeys in 5 holes. She did get 1 birdie back, and that's a lovely finish to the 18th hole. Good chance to bounce back into the top 10.
Lisa Pettersson, slightly better lie, more on the flat portion. Possibly is waiting for the gust of the wind to lull off before she plays. Let's see, her club face is already slightly open.
She caught that quite high up in the club face, getting a lot of spin. Fighting back is Lisa Pettersson.
Now, Nicole Garcia, second shot to the 18th. Oh, if she can fit this close and maybe even birdie this, to make her quest to lead the order of merit even better. And that's a fantastic shot. Beautiful iron shot at the 17th, another beauty at the 18th.
Manon de Roey up the ridge and then down the slope. The gusts keep making it difficult. It's bringing a lot of excitement though. That's another excellent putt for our leader.
Manon de Roey, if she knocks this in, she'll stretch her lead to 6 shots with 2 holes to play. Oh dear. Well, she hasn't missed very many putts. It's one of the very few she's missed over the last 4 days. But she's still 15 under par, 5 ahead of Momoka Kobori, who's lying in second place.
Massive touch here for Gabriella Cowley. This is to go tie second. Oh, and she goes, and if she is making Nicole Garcia's job very difficult at the moment, if Gabriella finishes where she does, will definitely win the Sunshine Ladies Tour Investec Auto Merit. But we know Garcia has a birdie putt in the last.
Well, speaking of which, here is Garcia now for birdie. She knew.
She knows how important that is. Still a great tournament and a great weekend. 2 good weeks in a row for Nicole Garcia. 5th last week.
Lisa Pettersson to clean up for her birdie at the 16th. Good fight back from her after her front 9. Currently 2 under for her back 9 and a tie of 6th place on 6 under alongside Hannah Burke and Sarah Schrober.
Kimi Tro now, this for birdie at 18. Excellent work there by Mitro, and she'll sign for a fine round of 75. She finishes at 4 under.
18th green. Rosie Davis now. Can she finish off with a birdie? It's going to just be a par. Tough day real mixed bag, especially the back nine. 3 bogeys, double, just the 1 birdie on 16.
And I mean, after that start with a 7 on the very first hole.
Great week for Gabriella Cowley. 70 in testing conditions today. That is good enough to be tied second with Momoko Kabori.
There's our leader, Manon Roey. 5 shots clear. She has what we think has found fairway bunker.
It's the final hole of the 2024 Investec Women's South African Open Championship. Oh, she's nipped it out beautifully. It's a fantastic shot. Brilliant. Just what the doctor ordered.
Ines Laklalech, the heart of Morocco, flying the flag for Africa, finding the heart of the fairway here down 18 with a monstrous crowd surrounding her. Just 71 to the front edge and 124 to the pin. Looking to drift it in from left to right, using the wind.
Lovely shot from Ines Laklalech. She has been a joy to watch. Great golf swing.
She's been so good from long range this entire week, especially in those testing conditions. It's just one more putt to roll up stone dead. A little bit of a slope to contend with. It will move quite a lot from the left-hand side. It's all of about 45 feet. As you can see, she had to take it off the green. It's not a bad effort.
Oh, she didn't have to do anything special. She knows she's got her second victory coming up in a few seconds. Ines Laklalech trying to join Nicole Garcia at 8 under par. She's tied for 4th.
Robbed. That was terrific putt. Been such a pleasure watching her play golf over the last 4 days. Remember that name, Ines Laklalech. Really is a terrific golf swing. She's a wonderful, wonderful golfer. Now, our leader. She doesn't need to do anything silly. Just knock it in and get it all over with. But she is the champion, Manon Roey. She's played beautiful golf over the 4 days here at Erinvale. When you get to the 18th, you know it's all over and you can't take the smile off your face.
Yeah, for me, she really clinched this trophy from holes 5 to 10 when that wind came up and everybody was capitulating, and she just played 2 under for that stretch and got herself into that commanding lead that she has now.
Well, we can say that as things stand at the moment, just waiting for the final 3 ball to finish and hand their scorecards in, that as things stand, Nicole Garcia will finish second on the order merit. And that means that she will win the Renault Clio for a year as the highest finishing South African.
Well, that's good news. That's not good news there. The putt for Lisa Pettersson. 3 putts at the last hole. So she'll drop back to 5 under par, which will be in 9th position. 8th and 9th hole were very expensive. You see a triple bogey at the 8th, a double bogey at the 9th.
The winner, Manon Roey, 14 under par. Investec, South African Women's Open champion.
And there we see that leaderboard confirmation of the champion, Nicole Garcia. Nice 71 today to finish in 4th place on her own. We all said she had to finish in 4th place with a chance to win the Order of Merit. She didn't do that, but
Still a great finish, and she gets some benefits from Renault. She also gets the homegrown amount, but Gabriella Kali wins the Investec Sunshine Ladies Tour Order of Merit. Well done to her.
well, the support that we've had from the locals here watching some wonderful golf at Erinvale Golf Estate has been absolutely superb. Next week we're at Waterfall City for the Tournament of Champions, which should be a lot of fun, a very different format. And Alan, I think that's going to be terrific next week.
Yeah, 34 players, ladies, men, some amateurs. It's going to be spectacular. We'll be live on Saturday and Sunday. Goodbye from all of us in commentary. It's been a great week. We will see you next weekend.